Both are run by Gujaratis. That's not the point. What the point I'm trying to say is, there are two companies with two fundamental thoughts. The way Mukesh Ambani thinks is different from the Adanis. Because of that, the company structure is different. Leadership is different. Rituals are different. The way you hire is different. The way you onboard is different. The way you pay is different. And which side will take bets are different. It is not just on a surface level. There is a humongous context here. And if you look at what that context is unstructured. Our job is take unstructured data and make it structured so that people can understand what's happening. For context is everything. What is context? This is the most important thread you have to think about. How many of you know all these books? All these books actually say the same thing. How we can live happily in human life. Whether it's Quran, Bible, or Bhagavad Gita, pretty much the same content said with different stories, with different contexts, with different output. And there are 800 books like this. Why? Because they're contextual to you. Your culture, your stories, your location, your thoughts, the people who look like you. Now, let's take an example of Gita for context. So, to a certain extent. There is Bhagavad Gita, there is Astavakra Gita, there is Yoga Vasishtha. All are Gitas. Why do you need so many? One is a warrior fighting. And you are really teaching a Gita there. The other one is a God don't know a God, what God means. And a Guru is explaining. And the third one is a king really in a unique situation of fear and a person who don't even have a proper body explaining it. It's the same content explained in different contexts. AI will help you to get a context at a different level you have ever thought about. Now there are 60 Gitas. Why? They're making you contextually understand how to apply for your own life. AI will scale at a different level. They won't do what God does. They actually do. They'll give you a context in an effective format. And if you look at like all Gita, for example, how many know Gita is almost like in India 60-70% or 80% know? 15% apply it, 5% actually systematically practice it, 1% live for it. Same thing for every book. So how can you use technology to make it manifest differently? Is the primary innovation right now we have to think about. Now, Phenom, what we do is we always try to think how to build context. Context is about understanding where a company really sits. How can you turn intelligence into language in minutes? And how do you turn language into insights in seconds? So we create a context for every company based on where they sit. We call this an ontology. This is the primary back-end engine which feeds how a context operates. So context is nothing but why Quran is written, why Gita is written, why Bible is written, in what context. We are not defining what it should have. Same with the company. How a company operates based on the candidates, based on their employees, based on the managers, based on the recruiters, and based on the HR. How do you connect all of it so that your business and the people's operations are connecting together? That's what we do as a business. And so that we can really deliver at each individual where they sit. The top 1%, the top 15%, and the bottom 70%. The individual contributors in a company, the managers in a company, the leaders in a company, each one has a different context. And we design this as an experience for every company. Now what happens is, we're moving from what it used to be to where it should go. People are really transitioning to hyper-personalized experiences, create pipelines, effective managers, and make IT really work effectively. That's what we call as work ops, Phenom work operating model, or Phenom work operating system. This actually makes the human and the machine come together very effectively. And this transition is what makes collaboration much more effective than ever. So we look at every company, which industry they belong, which function, which role, which geo, and which workflow. We combine all of it, and we will deliver as an experience. So this is the high-level product where we listed. These are all the agents with AI we built. We built about 25 agents which can help the overall HR ecosystem, and we deploy this in this format. And these are the consumer sectors we use: Godrej, Swiggy, Asian Paints. If you look at like financial services, IDFC, Fidelity, in healthcare, Dr. Reddy's, in IT, Genpact, Deloitte, Virtusa. If you see others like Adani's and all these companies actually use our product. So instead of managing resources for people, we're managing conditions for performance. That's what we do in HR. And we're optimizing people first, automation second, as a primary angle for building what we're really doing. At the end, like it's about 10,000 minds using Phenom work operating system to be effective at every spot. Okay, that's pretty much what Phenom is. You can ask questions, I can answer.